is Yong Chen. I'm the lab manager and senior chemist at Chem. I'm also the product leader of our S-Block product line, a sensorial mineral UV filter dispersion. Today, I'm going to watch a video about a formula we designed and developed and provide some insight on how we put it together. And I have the formulation sheet right in front of me. So today we are doing the Thermal Screen 2-in-1 Tinted Sunscreen foundation with SPF 36. And I'm going to watch the video right now. So right now, we are adding all the pigment together. So for our company, what we do is we add all the pigment first together and sometimes using the blender to help to get a homogeneous color before we add into the liquid phase, which is for this formulation is the Upper Mode PDIS Plus, which is our dispersion A is an emollient plus dispersion. And for other companies, sometimes they would do it different way. So they would be probably doing the yellow iron oxide dispersion with the liquid, and then red iron oxide dispersion or black iron oxide dispersion, and then afterward they would mix the dispersion together. So there are different ways to do this. There's no right and wrong about this. And for us, what we like to do is adding the pigment into the liquid at 70 degrees to make sure that it helps coating the pigments, and then you would go through free roll mill. And we choose this particular color also because this color is more for a darker skin tone. So some of the people would have worried about, especially for using the mineral UV filter dispersion, that would give ashy color after you are using with the darker pigment. But for our formulation right now, we are trying to prove that even you are just using a tiny bit of the tinted color in the formulation, it wouldn't show any ashy color on your skin. And now we are doing the phase A1. So she's adding the S-Block DC 100 PDCC, which is what we say that is the mineral UV filter dispersion, and then also GGel 100V and also some of the oil. So we are using a dispersion blade to help mix it together. The reason that we have to have a separate phase here is because GGel need to be break down by the dispersion blade, and then if you have too much liquid at the beginning, it's harder to get a homogeneous. So that's why they were doing phase A1 together first, and then now they are adding she's adding phase A2 in the formulation so that you will get a homogeneous color at the beginning, so that you get a better idea of what the final color look like. So now the color is getting more homogeneous, and she's adding phase A3, which is the silicone elastomer and also the emulsifier. And now she is using homogenizer to help get the more homogeneous color, and she used the spatula to help get all the pigment on the walls to get homogeneous in the bulk. And now she's adding phase A4. So A4 is using a silicate powder, and it is helping to thickening the formulation a little bit more. And because this material need to use some of the oil to help disperse, so that's why she's adding with the dimethicone 2 cm stroke in the formulation. Now she's dispersing the silica in the breathing bowl, and she's adding into the formulation. In the meantime, she would be homogenizing that phase A, the whole phase A together, and also preparing a separate phase B, which is what we usually call water phase. So it's really simple, just have some of the magnesium sulfate, propylene diol in the system, and also preservative. So she's mixing at the separate beaker right now. So what usually we have propylene diol, glycerin or propylene glycol in the formulation is for anti-freezing. So it helps when you are doing the freeze and thaw cycle. And for water in silicone, water in oil type of formulation, you usually need some salt to help to stabilize the formulation. So that's why in this case we use magnesium sulfate. Now she's adding the water phase to oil phase, and then homogenize for another 5 minutes so that it will be homogeneous. So then it will be a full formulation of water in silicone formulation. And for this particular formulation, honestly, it's more a cocoa processing formulation. So you see that actually that is not if you are doing other formulation, you may need to cool down a little bit, but for this one, you just make sure that everything is going homogeneous. So now I have it into the packaging. So this is what it would look like, and I will show you the sensory and color. So this is a water in silicone formulation with more a powdery sensory, and this is more a bronzy, honey bronzy color. So you can see that it's more darker for more darker skin tone. And usually if we are talking about tinted sunscreen, it would be the pigment phase is roughly 3%. For this one, it's more close to even more like foundation. It gives medium coverage. We believe that is because we are using S-Block, the mineral dispersion. It covers like a canvas of the formulation, so you can be getting more coverage on the skin too. So, and it's really easy to spread and get some powdery sensory, and it does get also some silicone sensory because of the elastomer we use in the formula.